cannibal threw up after a meal. Really can't keep a good man down. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I thought that this is the perfect story to tell because I currently have the flu. I think. Hopefully not, but like I've been throwing up all morning, so probably. Anywho, during winter break, my friends and I decided to take a trip to Chicago. So me, Zach, Casey, Emily, Sam, Umari, took a train down to Chicago to see our other friend, Evan, play in the merit band that he's in. We had to get up so early, but it was worth it. We took the 7 o'clock train from Kenosha. When we got in the train, I was so tired because I hate getting up early. So I just put my coat over my head, just like this. And went to sleep. I woke up and I felt really nauseous, but I was like, no, not gonna happen, and I went back to sleep. Once we got to Chicago, we went to the train station and we were gonna get some breakfast. And Casey went to some restaurant and Zach and Sam were like, haha, we have her wallet. Let's watch and see what happens when she tries to pay with no wallet. Well, she talks, and then comes back. Whatever she wanted, they didn't have. So then I go to look for my wallet so I can go grab a bagel. I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere and then I started freaking out and we're like, are you sure that's Casey's wallet? Are you sure? I don't know why we didn't just ask them to see it. Instead, I was freaking out. Emily was trying to help me and we're like, let us see the wallet, let us see the wallet. And then it was my wallet. I was so relieved, but then I kind of yelled at them and I felt really bad. Then we decided to go walk to where Evan's concert was. I'm an idiot and I wore like the worst pair of shoes. Well, I didn't know they were gonna be bad, but I'd never really wear them, so why I thought I should wear them that day, I did. You know how shoes like bend and then there's like that metalish part that sticks out and then rubs against your heel and destroys it? Yeah, that's what was happening. So just in that 10-minute walk to get to that building, the back of my heel was so cut up. So we get to where Evan's concert was and we're waiting. We spent forever trying to figure out the transportation situation. Like, okay, we're gonna take a lift from here to here and then walk the rest of the way. And then because my heel hurt so bad, we're like, okay, what can I walk? It was just confusing. It took forever. It gets time to where Evan's about to play. It was like an all-day concert, maybe. It was just like a bunch of bands playing after each other, so you would go in when the band you wanted to see would play. And yeah, we went in and we're sitting on the top of the balcony. I'm sitting front row and we watch Evan play. I recorded it, but Emily and I accidentally turned the sound off because we were trying to get it not to make any noise, but instead we turned the audio off. Evan's songs is just a video and you can't hear the songs, and yeah. Evan did amazing. He is a senior. After 2 or 3 songs, they left. We're like, okay, it's done. Like, that was super short, but wow, he did such a good job. So we go out and we like leave and we go downstairs and we're waiting for him. And we're waiting there for a little bit and then I just get super nauseous. And I asked Umari, where's the bathroom? And so she pointed me to the right direction. And I went in there and I always go for the handicap stall when I have to throw up so I can kneel down and it's easier. And I went in there, I took my coat off and then I took my backpack off at just the right time because like I ran to the toilet and I threw up. I was like, wonderful, I'm in Chicago. There's like an ongoing joke about me throwing up because in October I threw up for 18 days straight and it was just like a bizarre thing. I'd be with my friends and be like, be right back, and just threw up. Just a weird thing. Anyways, I leave the bathroom and I was like, Emily, can I have some gum? And Emily hates sharing her gum. She'll do it, but she hates it. And she gives me this look and I was like, I just threw up, and she's like, and they're all just like look at me and they're like, I thought you were done throwing up. And I was like, me too! But we didn't know what was going on, so I got some gum. I was really nauseous still. We had gotten a Lyft driver and he was there. Before we left, I went up to this one booth and they had brown bags with whatever they were selling. And I was like, how much is it for a bag? And she's like, well, you have to buy something. I was like, can I just buy the bag? and she was really confused, and I was like, I'm going in a car, I need a bag. And she goes, oh, and she was so sweet, and she like ran and got me like different types of bags. So we brought it with us, and we were gonna meet Evan at the mall. We get in the lift, and it was our first time. None of us have done this before. We're like, let's just act like we've done this before so we don't get taken advantage of. I don't know what we thought was gonna happen, but that was our plan. The first thing he asked when we get in the car is, oh, this is your first ride? Because it shows on the little account thingy that Emily made. We're like, oh, there goes that. It was a good time, it was fun. Zach's so funny, he just talks about like anything and everything. It was interesting to be there. We're at the mall and we're like, where is Evan? Turns out, we left halfway through him playing. We had only seen him specifically play one song because there were like a lot of percussionists, so they switch off. Like, he did so amazing, but we wanted to see more. We missed it. Everything happens for a reason because I was in the front row of the balcony. What if I just threw up over the balcony and like soaked people? Ugh, that's disgusting. So like, good thing we left. Not good thing we missed him, but so I didn't, you know, throw up on anybody. So we're like going through some stores. We were in this one store, and I walked up to Emily and I could feel it. This worker came up and I asked, are there any bathrooms in here? And she goes, oh no. And I look at Emily and I was like, I'm gonna throw up. The lady's face got all like scared. I felt so bad. And she goes, there's an escalator right there. Just take it up and then turn right and the bathrooms are right over there. And I was like, got it. And I sprinted up the escalator. I sprinted up and I ran out. The first bathroom I saw, it was like a family bathroom. I figured that'd be easier so nobody would have to hear me throw up. And I went in there and I just threw my stuff on the ground and I just threw up. I was in there for like an hour just throwing up. And it was really weird because there were like 2 toilets in there, but it was just one room. Thank God, because I had to pee. And right as I was done, I had to throw up. And I just dove for the other toilet and threw up a bunch more. It was so disgusting. And then I felt so bad because all my friends had to... I mean, there was stuff for them to do in the mall, but they were pretty much waiting for me. And I still had to get new shoes so my ankle wouldn't die. Sam ended up buying me water and bringing it to me. After a little bit, I found everybody. After I knew I wasn't gonna die anymore and Evan had got to the mall, we were supposed to go to like a shoe store to get me shoes. But somehow the communication in our little group got mixed up. They ended up going to some restaurant in the mall and I was like, I don't want to be in there right now because ugh. And I really need to get some type of shoe. And I was like, okay, you guys go in there and I'll go find me a shoe. I'm waiting for the elevators to open up because it takes forever. And then all of a sudden they all come walking up and they're like, no, we couldn't like leave you, like you're dying. I thought that was really sweet. So we took up the elevator, which they're super cool because it's all glass and it's so fun. We go to some shoe store. Holy crap, shoes are expensive. So expensive. I did not have the money. Well, I mean I did, but I did not want to spend it that much for a shoe when I have shoes at home. I was just like, screw it, I'll just buy pairs of socks. We found good thick brand of socks and I bought them and I just like layered the socks on and that was my shoe. So I walked around the whole day outside with a shoe and then socks on one foot. But it was so much more comfortable than the shoe. I mean, I look pretty cool. Not really. People probably thought I was like, I don't know, crazy. So we go to some pizza place that they really wanted to go to. We go in there and I'm just like, I have the flu. I don't feel good. I just ordered water. I drank like a cup and a half of water and then I went to sleep. We were there for maybe 2 hours. Before I went to sleep, they're like, Stephanie, do you think you should call your parents to come pick you up? I don't know. I don't want to. I'm having fun. I don't want to leave even though I'm like... I ended up texting my parents to come get me, so they were on their way. But I fell asleep at the table and they're all eating, having a good time, and I'm asleep. Then they woke me up at one point to ask me how far away my parents are, and I tell them, and I'm like, frick, I have to throw up. I didn't have time to put my shoe on. I like started running to the bathroom and I didn't make it. I threw up almost on a little boy. There was a little boy standing there and I just threw up, and his dad, they had those dad senses and swung the kid out of the way, and I just threw up and I kept throwing up in front of everybody. And It was so gross and so embarrassing. Then my friends saw and they sent Emily and Umari over because nobody else wanted to deal with that because, you know, gross. Like, Steph, it's okay. We'll get somebody to clean it up. Just go in the bathroom. So I was in there for a while crying because as it was happening, I knew it would make for a good story someday. That was the last time I actually threw up, but I just did not feel good. We went and walked to the Starbucks, and we were waiting for my parents because they were supposed to be like half an hour away. Not true. My mom texted me, okay, we'll be there in 5 minutes. So we go outside and are waiting by the curb so I can hurry up and hop in the car with all this traffic. It kept being like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes till we get there, and just kept adding on. I tell my friends and they'd be like, that's not gonna happen. I don't know what the GPS was doing. I don't know what was happening, but they weren't even by where I was telling them. Like, I sent them like my location, which then was just weird. So then I sent them the exact address. I took pictures. I explained it. They were not getting it. My dad was getting frustrated because he's in Chicago with all this traffic and they can't figure out how to get to their sick child. My dad finally pulled over somewhere and he sent the address and he's like, come find us. Well, by that point, Sam and Umari had left to go to some store that Sam really wanted to go to, and they figured they'd get that done and then meet the rest of them somewhere else once I got picked up. We had to walk 30 minutes to find my parents in the cold. I was not feeling good. We were so frustrated because then we couldn't find my parents. It was this huge deal, and then we finally got to this corner and I called my parents. I said, we're here, we don't know where to go, we don't know where you are, and they're like, we see you, and they calmed down, and I give my friends money to take a lift to go all the way somewhere else they needed to get to. I got in the car. My parents gave me a bag just in case. I saw a blanket in the back, and so I just pulled it and put it on me and went to sleep. I got a guitar for Christmas, and apparently the blanket was covering the guitar, but I didn't see it. I was just so like done. I went to sleep, and then the next morning I was totally fine. I just happened to get the 24-hour flu the day we go to Chicago. So yeah, that's the story of how I ruined my friend's trip to Chicago. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe, tweet me at David Dobrik. Just kidding, I know that's not funny, but I think it's funny, so I'm gonna do it anyways. But please do like, please comment, please subscribe, and thanks guys, bye.